What is up, everybody? It's the Don with the Don Tech, and today I wanted to talk to you about a very special case, the Lian Li O6SX in black. And this case, made by Lian Li, $370 retail, so it's not a cheap case. It's not a big case, but it's also not a really compact case. It measures about 5.5 inches wide, 19 some inches long, and about 22 some inches tall. So it's compatible with a Micro ATX board only, and up to 2 graphics cards can go down here. You have several different areas for hard drives to be mounted inside the machine, both mechanical and solid state, and I'll get to those more in a moment. And it pretty much can run anything else that you'd want it to run. It looks a little weird right now because there's supposed to be a piece of tempered glass that overlays on the front here, but I don't have that installed right now because I don't want to get that grimy until I do the build overall. So the case is going to look phenomenal when it's all done, but I wanted to go over some of the details and some nuances of the case itself. So let's get to it. Continuing on with the front here, you have the ability to mount the power supply up here, and then you've got one hard drive cage right here, which mainly mounts 3 mechanical drives, and I'm sure you can use solid state drives in other ways as well if you'd like. The unit as well also houses a full 3 120mm fans at the top here, and apparently the S in the O6SX model denotes that it has compatibility for water cooling. So you can actually install a triple 120mm radiator up top here with fans on that as well. And that's definitely the recommended way to go in a case like this. You want to use either custom water cooling or a efficient closed loop system to help cool it, because you don't have a lot of options for airflow in this case. And being that it is a Lian Li case, it's all made of aluminum, so it's relatively lightweight, but it's very sturdy aluminum. Aside from this piece, it kind of moves, but it's very sturdily made, and that's what Lian Li is known for. They make very sturdy equipment, and it's something that comes with a premium price as well. But some of the other additions that you get with that is a lot of stuff is going to be modular. If you look closely in some of the details, you can see that everything is held in with screws. There's nothing that's held in with rivets. And that means that you can take everything out of this case and almost separate it down to just the metal pieces itself. That allows you to mod it in any way you want to, paint anything, any color that you want to, and almost reconfigure anything that you want to as well. One of the accessory pieces that Lian Li does provide is something that's going to shroud the hard drives right in the front up here. So in the event that you want to, if I can get that in there, in the event that you want to hide your hard drives, you can easily do that. That will actually screw into place, but that way if you get a different color drive than what matches your overall aesthetic appeal, you can cover it with this nice smooth black finished piece. Moving on to the front here, we've got a very standard way of plugging things in. You've got the just traditional power button, no reset switch, 4 USB 3.0, and a headphone and audio jack. So that's something that, very standard on almost any other machine. You've got the ability to plug in a slim drive here for any optical needs that you may have. On the back side of the machine here, you've actually have a panel that would sit and be screwed in with 4 screws, and that's going to be right here, but I've taken that off just to help make this video go along a little bit more quickly. In the back here, you'll notice you have plenty of cutout areas, as you noticed in the front, but plenty of areas to mount any of your cables and to route any of your cables wherever they need to go. You've got the standard cables routed through here with the 2 USB 3.0, and you've got the HD audio connection as well as anything that connects the front power connections, resets, or power switch, LEDs, all those sort of things. These USB 3.0 headers as well, if your motherboard does not have 2 of them, that's fine, because Lian Li does include one USB 3.0 to 2.0 adapter, so you can use it still for your front-based connections. And then moving this out of the way, you have some additional spots here for hard drives. This can mount up to 2 3.5-inch traditional drives or 3 solid-state hard drives. You can also tuck a solid-state drive away in here, or really anywhere else. As long as you've got a SATA cable, you've got a power connection for the SSD, and you have Velcro or double-sided tape, you can mount the SSDs anywhere inside of here. Then moving along to the back side of it as well, you've got the section where your PCI Express video cards are going to go, and you've got this back I/O shield as well for just your traditional motherboard inputs. And so the purpose of this case overall is usually to be a nice display piece. You're gonna mount this, end up mounting this on the wall with these little backings right here, which is going to be similar to if you've ever hung a picture before or something like that. They've got that design to it. And if wall mounting it isn't something that you want to do, Lian Li does sell accessories, so you can kind of put some little bumpers on the back of it that will act as feet to prop it up on your desk. Or the most primary way that people are going to be using it is as a centerpiece, in a sense, with this little doodad here. And this is going to screw into the machine itself, probably with the screws that are on the bottoms of the case right there. And it has rubberized feet on the bottom and rubberized up here for shock absorption. And so that's going to be the primary way, and the way that I'm going to be using this case is having it on this stand so it's not going to tip or fall anywhere. And that's really about it. It's a really good case, and it's something that you're going to buy it if you really know what you're doing with the case. Because you don't want to buy this case and just for a willy-nilly project or something, because it's way too expensive for that. This is a specific needs case, a modding case, or something that you want to take a particular project and just make it shine with. It's not something that you want to buy to just go, hey, yeah, I like this case. Save yourself hundreds of dollars and put that into a different component of your computer instead of buying this case. But if you are looking for something that's easy to mod and something that is also going to look fantastic, get this one. If you like the design and appeal of a case like this though, and you want to still have something that can be wall mounted, check out the Thermaltake. I think it's the Core P5. That's what I use in my editing rig, and that's what's mounted on my wall and everything, and that was only about $150. Another thing to mention about the back of the case is you can actually mount and house a 140mm fan on the back here, and then that will help exhaust the hot air from the motherboard out the back of the machine. So my goal for this case is going to be a black, red, and white theme. So I'm looking into different components that I can take off and paint in maybe different colors to help it stand out. It does look really appealing as just a black case itself, but I want to make sure that it really stands out. So I might end up building first and then modding, but you usually want to mod and then build so you're not having to redo the work a couple of extra times. But if you have any ideas on what I should take off, what I should paint, or any mods I should do, leave them in the comments down below. I'd love to see your ideas on that. And if you want to see any future reviews that I'm going to be doing, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. That way you can go ahead and get notified when those videos will come out, and you can get any reviews that I hope you deem are honest and done in a well professional manner. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you were able to make a decision as to whether or not you like the case, and I hope this video was helpful to you if you were determining whether or not this case is going to be a right fit for you. If you did like this video, give it a like. If you didn't like it, give it a dislike. If you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments down below. I'll see you in the next video, and remember, the Don's got your back.